In this video, we're going to talk about another disaster of a team. And believe it or not, it's the St. Louis Cardinals. The 10-20 last place in the National League Central St. Louis Cardinal. I don't know if that's the Cardinals' way, but it's a losing way. And this video starts right now. For the last 35 years I've been a Met fan, we've always sort of noticed, I've noticed, that we've always getting lectured by the St. Louis contingent of National League Baseball. The Cardinal way, the Cardinals are this, the Cardinals are that, they do everything right. Well, if you look at their record right now, they are 10-20 in the National League Central. 10 games back, believe it or not, of the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's like the Bizarro roll. Up is down, black is white, in is out, and everything in between. The Cardinals are in last, the Pirates are in first. And as a Met fan, I know the Mets are struggling, but at least I get to see the Cardinals struggle. We also had a chance to watch the late Tim McCarver when he was here as an announcer for many years. And we got a chance to really listen and learn a lot about St. Louis baseball. But right now, they are not playing well. We're going to go through the numbers of some of the players on the team and guys that are a complete total mess. And there are about 2 or 3 players on this team that are a mess right now. Let's start behind the plate. Wilson Contreras, who signed the big contract and is the replacement for Yadi Molina. He is doing okay. His OPS plus is 108, means he's 8% better than the average major leaguer. He's hit 2 home runs in 28 games with 11 RBIs. Nothing special. Paul Goldschmidt, the reigning MVP. OPS plus of 152. 152. 4 home runs, 14 RBIs. He's how many behind Pete Alonso with RBIs? 11 doubles. An on-base percentage of 400. He's doing okay. He's doing what Paul Goldschmidt does, which is Hall of Fame play. Brendan Donovan, the second baseman, in 277. His OPS plus is 99. It's 1% lower than an average major leaguer. Shortstop, the iconic Tommy Edman is actually doing pretty good. And 90 at-bats, he's got 4 home runs, 10 RBIs, OPS plus of 124. 267 batting average. Now the biggest disaster on the team, the guy that's really, really struggling right now, is Nolan Arenado, the great third baseman for the St. Louis Cardinals. Let's talk about Arenado a little bit. He's been in the major league since 2013. He got traded, and that disastrous trade that the Rockies made, they got absolutely nothing, and the hut means nothing for a possible future Hall of Famer. Since he came in the league, he has hit 30 or more home runs in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. That does not include the pandemic year of 2020. And he's driven in over 100 runs 7 years in a row, as well as 30 home runs in a row. And as you know, he's probably the second, maybe the greatest defensive third baseman of all time, if not number 2, behind the great and legendary Brooks Robinson. Multiple Gold Gloves. He's going to win another Gold Glove. Right now, he's hitting 233. OPS plus is 65. Let me say it again. He is 65 as an OPS plus, meaning he's 35% less than an average major leaguer right now offensively. His wins above replacement is 0.1. It's just above positive. So he's not a negative WAR player yet. But these bad numbers will drag his defensive numbers down. In 116 at-bats, he's got 27 strikeouts. Now, I know he does strike out a bit, but that's very high. He's only driven in 14 runs, which is a bit of a surprise. So he has been a lousy player for the Cardinals this early on in the season. The Cardinals outfield, which is a young outfield, has done nothing. Between Alec Burleson, Dylan Carlson, and Jordan Walker, They've hit 5 home runs. And Walker got sent recently, last week, back to the minor leagues because he's been striking out too much. And aside from his hot start, where he hit in his first 11 games, he's done nothing. Between Burleson and Walker, that wins up their OPS plus is 95, 99 respectfully. And Dylan Carlson is 65. Not good. Bad. Not that I'm complaining. I just think it's interesting and funny. Tyler O'Neill, an outfielder, backup. OPS plus 82. Lars Nootbaar, the star of the World Baseball Classic, and 68 plate appearances. He's at 231. His OPS is actually 120. How's that possible? Don't know. Paul DeJong, the former shortstop. Now, I think he's beginning to play a little bit. He's in 346. If he sees the Mets, his eyes will light up because he always hits the Mets for whatever reason. So, but this is not... Now we're going to talk about the pitching staff. All right, now the Cardinals pitching staff is not great. Jordan Montgomery has pitched well since he got traded from the Yankees to the Cardinals. He's done pretty good. His ERA is 3.34. His overall numbers are actually solid. Jack Flaherty, his numbers are a little bit not as good, but he's in the ballpark. Miles Mikolas, the mustached one, has pitched terribly. In 6 starts, he's got an ERA of 5.97. He's given up 45 hits in 31 2/3 innings, 6 home runs, 21 earned runs batted in, 29 strikeouts, 9 walks. Not good. Jake Woodford, another guy not pitching so hot. He's got an ERA of 5.72, 28.1 innings, 36 hits, 7 home runs, 18 strikeouts. He's not striking anybody out. And the former Met, Steven Matz, the frustrated one, he's 0-4 and 6 starts. 31 innings, 38 hits, 22 earned runs, 6 home runs, 15 walks, 31 strikeouts. His walks per nine innings, 4.4. That's Steven for you. The Cardinals bullpen. Other than Genesis Cabrera, nothing to write home about. So as you see, right now the Cardinals' way is a losing way. They're not pitching well. They don't look good. The Cardinal fans are crying to themselves. Of course, they don't really complain too much. Everything's a big rah-rah, cheer. And unlike here in New York. But, yeah, so at 10-20, I mean, to be honest with you, the Cardinals will probably find a way to turn this around. But you have an inexperienced manager, and Oliver Marble, and I mentioned him. I was not too impressed with him last year. As an aside, as a fan, as a baseball fan, I was not very impressed with him. I don't really like, managers have to be a little more coy than he is, and I don't feel that he is as coy as he needs to be there. And the fact that he's a second-year manager and they're 10-20, that is reflection on him. Because if you go through this doesn't look like there's too many injuries on this team. I don't know if there's any major injuries to the Cardinals, but doesn't seem Arenado's hurt. Goldschmidt's not hurt. He's just not producing at his level. They haven't had DeJong there. I guess he's been hurt. The pitching staff's been lousy. Steven Matz has pitched terribly. I'm sure that doesn't help. I mean, he's a guy who's got a big contract. I'm trying to figure out, what the issue is here. And it doesn't look like there's a lot of, unearned runs, so it doesn't seem like the Cardinals are making any errors while they're playing in the field. So, yeah. I couldn't really tell you at this point. But this, oh well. Just another bad team to talk about right now until at some point they turn it around. Hopefully the Mets turn around. That's all I ask. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to Baseball Head 2. Thank you, and I'll see you later.